What is up, you guys? I go by RishaaMariee. If you are new here, thank you so much for coming to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Let's do that first, okay? Hit that, I think it turns red or white or something. Hit the button, okay? Say subscribe, all right? Then hit the like button and the notification bell. So, if you are not new to my channel, you know I do a lot of natural hair, protective styling, kind of getting into vlogs every blue moon. I do DIYs, I do a lot. I really do. I do a lot. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about what's going on with my hair. I left a row out in my hair because a while back I did a video, the first time I did knotless braids. Boop. This video right here. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I wasn't in love with it, so I tried to revisit them. Now, although I do like this set better, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of knotless braids, just I think on my hair. I have a finer texture. I have about 3C, 4A if we want to get into textures and stuff, which I really don't try to mess with that much, but for YouTube purposes and like the algorithm and all that fancy stuff, I have a texture of 3C, 4A. Okay, I have medium density and I have fine strands. So with that being said, things like this looks the best to me on thicker hair because the base can look more rounded and more polished. Boom. So, but I'm gonna show you how I achieve these on my fine hair, okay? I feel like I got a better method this time, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this last row with you. Now with fine hair, I think it's best if you make bigger sections, because the bigger the section, the more the braids can feed into your fine hair and look more realistic. So if you try to do a bunch of small boxes and then you feed tiny bits of hair, your braid is going to be super skinny unless you're into the micro look, okay? It needs to balance out. So when you add hair, it needs to, if you for your braid to gradually get bigger and to look natural, it needs to be on a bigger section if you have finer hair. So I have like a medium-ish size section. So what I do is I'm taking it into threes, right? Just like you would a plait. So 1, 2, 3, right? So then I'm gonna take it as if I'm gonna braid. So watch my hands. I'm just going over and under. I'm not completing the braid, right? Just leaving it like this. So I'm gonna take a little thin piece of hair. I'm gonna tuck it under. So this is going to go in. And now I'm finna go around and complete one loop of the braid. Okay, so now we're over here and this section doesn't have any hair, so all 3 strands need to have hair. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna add another piece. Almost like you're feeding it in like you would with feed-in braids, right? So each time I get back over here on this side, I'm gonna feed in a piece of hair. So this is my 3rd piece. Okay. And you see, and my 4th piece. Then I'm just gonna braid down. Now I want a little bit more length, so where my hair is starting to fray out and in, I'm gonna add 2 more pieces of hair. So here's one. And the trick with this is when you add hair down here, a lot of people tend to braid tighter to try to make it seamless. So if you try to braid tighter, you're gonna make the hair buckle and create that little like bump where it looks like you added hair. So you just wanna add it really normal, like keep your same pressure as if you're braiding the same, right? And then I'm back over here, this piece didn't get a piece of hair added. So I'm gonna add 1 more piece so everything can be even. You wanna do everything in even numbers. Boom. Keep the same pressure so that your braid won't lump or bump, okay? So everything can look normal. See? It doesn't look like I added anything. I know it looks a little weird, like the angle that I'm holding it, but you see everything looks the same. So then I'm gonna just braid all the way down. And I'm gonna show you this one more time because I did do this on an edge piece, so I tend to be a little bit more lighter on an edge piece than in my like throughout my hair. So I'm gonna do it again. Okay, so now I'm just braiding this all the way down to the end. Flat, no bump, no knot, boom. All right, so this is a little bigger of a section. My party knot is not even great. Like, oh goodness. Let me do it again. All right, you guys. So again, now with these sections, I can be a little bit more tighter because it's further back. I just choose to be lighter with my hair around the edges. So I'm gonna comb this out. I have applied product to my hair, so it's moisturized because, you know, we are going into a protective style. All right, you guys, so we're gonna do this one more time. We're gonna separate the hair into 3 sections. 1, 2, and 3, right? So over here is 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna take 1, I'm gonna tuck it under 2, and I'm gonna grab 3. All this is in my hand. I'm gonna take a strand of hair, and I'm gonna tuck it under, attach it to 3 and 2. And then I'm just gonna braid like normal. All right, now 1 should pop out by itself. 1 doesn't have hair. So I'm gonna add another piece of hair. I'm gonna tuck it in. It's gonna attach to 2 and 1. And then I'm gonna braid another section down. And then we're just gonna keep repeating that motion. So now I'm adding another piece. And remember, I said I do even numbers. That is what works for me. Every time we get on this side, I'm adding a piece of hair. I'm not adding on both sides, I'm just adding on 1. Okay. So now I've added 4 pieces of hair, and I'm just gonna braid down, okay? Now for me, I want a little more length, so I'm gonna add 2 more pieces of hair. And I'm adding 2 because I do everything in even numbers. So I'm gonna add a piece here, braid, and then we're gonna get back on this side, add another piece, and braid. All right, you guys, you see, no lumps, no bumps, no sign of me adding the hair at all, okay? All right, you guys, that's it. So I'm going to apply foam to my hair, probably put a little oil on my scalp, dip the ends, and I will come back to you guys with the final look. What is up, you guys? I am finally back with the outro. Talk about, it was no time for y'all, but it's legit almost like a week later. That's bad. I don't know. I'm slipping. I have not even worked on editing this video. Of course it's all edited and everything when you see the finished product, but I don't know. I'm slipping. But this is the final product of how my braids came out. Like I said, it's like almost a week old now, so I didn't kind of lived in them a little bit. So just some things I wanted to know. I do think they came out way better than they did last time. From the first time I did them. The only thing is, I think I'm just a fan of knots better. I don't know what it is. I don't. This gives more like natural vibes and everything. And with braids, I don't want natural vibes. Like, I want dumb, obnoxious, long braids. And I mean, you can do that with knotless, don't get me wrong. But I just feel like with my fine hair, trying to like do a lot doesn't look as great as it would if I had knots. Like, I feel like I could do smaller braids and they still look nice with feed-ins, with these knotless braids, if I tried to do like smaller boxes and smaller braids, it didn't give me that same effect, because last time I did do them smaller and I didn't really care for them as much. I do like this medium size a little bit more, basically like how it looks all together, but I don't know, it's not it for me. Knotless, every now and again, yeah, throw it in there, spice it up, do something a little different, but I'm sorry, it's the knots for me. I like knot braids. Like, I like traditional box braids. That's just what I like. These are cool, ain't nothing wrong with them, but it's not giving it for me, you know. I think I got the method down, everything. I think all that is cool. It's nothing really wrong with that. And maybe I really do think like it looks so bomb on people with thicker hair. I'm sorry, like people with finer textures, finer strands, I'm not a fan of them. Even like when I like Google them and look at pictures with people with finer strands and they do this, I'm just not a fan of them. It's nothing like per se wrong with them. It's just like my preference. I'm not a big fan of it. They're not bad. They're cool. But so if you like these, if you like the natural look of braids, if you like, I don't know, just like the aesthetic that Knotless gives, if you like that, this technique will work perfectly. You can follow the steps in the video to get your braids and everything. If you got thicker texture than me and you just didn't get the idea of how to do them, this video will work perfectly for you. I'm just saying, for me, and there's nothing wrong with my braids. I'm not saying that at all. Like, I'm gonna wear them, I'm not gonna take them down or anything, but I'm just saying, for me personally, it's not my cup of tea. I don't know what styles I'll be doing next, but you guys can look forward to me doing some of everything on my channel. So make sure y'all are stay tuned. Make sure you did subscribe, like I told you in the beginning. Your notification bell is on, and come back here next Wednesday because I do post every single Wednesday. Peace.